One of these days I'll figure out what I'm doing and I'll get it right eventually.
Almost there.
Almost there. Well, we're almost there right now with 1-0 in favor of your Sarnia Sting. Now, that being said, good place to be.
Yeah, I got a half smile on for this.
Right. Well, let's go back to what Cash McKinnon, the new player of the Sarnia Sting, said. Shots on goal. And that's just not showing up for us right now.
Nope.
With, what do we got? We got 5, and they got 13.
But hang on a second, though. I'm going to disagree with you just a little bit here, Dave.
Uh-oh.
And let me tell you why.
Okay, I'm ready for it.
Okay, because the one and only goal that we've got so far, for me, is honestly an example of everything we talked about pregame in terms of keys to the game.
Right.
We were pressure.
Totally.
And we forced them to make a mistake.
It was an earned goal. There's no doubt.
And then we caught a stretch pass to Angus McDonnell.
Yeah.
I mean, I was talking about him earlier.
Yeah.
And he goes, and the goalie goes down, and he goes up.
Yeah.
Okay?
It was a nice
so
goal.
it was a quality shot on goal. So, I mean,
and
there we are. Pressure, playing hard, taking a chance, force him to make a mistake, keep the pressure on, capitalize on the opportunity, take a quality shot at the goal.
And that being said, there were a couple other shots. Was it DeGursey or I forget who took the shot? And it went over, and it just hit the top of the post there.
Yeah.
It was like, I think even Saginaw was like,
oops.
Right?
Yeah.
But
we've had some quality shots.
But that opportunity was also created from that pressure. So we are seeing those things happen. But shots on goal needs to go up for sure. I mean, 5 shots on goal.
Yeah, you can't take 5 shots on goal a period and expect to win the game, especially when you're giving up 13 to the other team.
And it doesn't seem. What are you finding the speed of this game, this first period?
I thought honestly this was about an average speed for an OHL game. I don't think it was slow, but it certainly wasn't that high speed game that we've seen with teams like London and Erie and that kind of thing. So we've had some faster paced games. But I will say that what I am happy about so far is that the urgency to make something happen is there. You can feel it as a fan in the stands. It might not be the fastest pace, but I'm on the edge of my seat, because these guys they're keeping that pace going. You know what I mean?
There's not a lot of stopping out there. We haven't seen an over amount of whistles. We did see Nemesnikov in there.
And did you see the replay on that?
I blinked. No, I turned
Oh my goodness! They should have given the other guy 2 minutes for diving.
But that being said, I was happy with the way we handled the penalty kill.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah. No. We managed to clear it a couple of times, which is good. Our penalty kill did its job.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean?
Shouldn't have been there in the first place.
Well, it shouldn't have been there in the first place. But on the other hand, I think typically we've played better on the penalty kill than we do on the power play.
Right.
I don't know what it is about playing short. We seem to do well when we're playing short, but
rinse, repeat.
I know, right?
Right. Yeah, for sure. I want to give a shout out before we move on to right next to us here today, Pathways Health Center for Children, who does
amazing
organization here for so many families here in our community. They're raising money and they're giving free stuff away. The ladies were friendly too. I was talking to them a little bit, so I want to give a shout out to them. And if you want to support them, you can find them online at Pathways Health Center for Children. As well.
Absolutely.
And another, just real quick, that's a connection to the Sarnia Sting, supporting local community groups to come in here and take advantage of the crowds that is here. Speaking of the crowd, I got to tell you, after breaking up for a couple of weeks, not being here, Sting have had a hard time on the road. There's no question about it. There's been a lot of loss going on there, and that's what's brought them to people are like, oh, can we just get this clinch over with?
We're on the
But
brink.
there is still, and maybe it's got something to do with the holiday bit, but there's a nice crowd here today for this Sarnia Sting hockey game.
I would say that it's more than a nice crowd.
Yeah.
I would say we're awfully close to capacity. And,
I'm curious to see
sure.
the capacity numbers, and anyway, I'll try to get those numbers. Haven't been able to connect with Cash McKinnon yet, but it was really nice to see. They put it up on the jumbotron.
Sure they did.
Talked about why he's here. He's obviously not skating with the Sting, but he is a player in his own way, and he has got the commitment. The buzz is upstairs. You can hear them talking about this young fella, and it's like, oh, I just need to meet this young guy.
It's a great program, a great plan, and I love that they're doing it, and for all the right reasons.
Yes.
Which is absolutely stellar.
Anybody can be inspiring, right? So
100%.
Bringing them along for that.
I've been known to be inspiring on occasion myself.
Occasionally. Once in a while. Okay, so what's got to change up out there? We're about 9 minutes away from them coming back in the second period. Do you think that we're going to see a little faster pace now? Like, were they? Because I sort of felt like the speed of that game was on purpose, and I feel like the Sting did control it. And I thought, are we getting back to some fundamentals here? And they're getting organized out there and a little better structure. And it isn't always speed that wins.
No, absolutely not. I think if we manage to keep the pressure up, I wouldn't want to necessarily push the pace too much in the second period, because frankly I think we need to save a little bit in the tank for the third period. But
because Saginaw has it too.
If we can, absolutely, if we can keep that pace up for the second period, I think we'll have lots in the tank for the third. I'm hoping anyway. But we got to keep that pressure on.
Yeah.
I think is going to be the key to the second period.
Because
keeping the pressure on and not sitting back going, we're up, woohoo!
Yeah,
we can.
We don't have any insurance going on up here yet either.
No, not at all. I think we should be.
That
looking
being
for
said,
at least
let's talk about Saginaw. I mean, they know they can beat the Sarnia Sting.
Yep.
They know who they've got to take out, so to speak.
Well, they're doing all the little things to keep it, to try and rile us up.
Yeah.
And I think it's my hat's off to the Sting players that have not risen to that
so far.
Right. But I mean,
because,
you can see some of the big boys are itching to take a little round out of somebody, right?
Because while it's in the mind of the Saginaw spirit that, hey, we can beat these guys, look what we did before, and this is how we did it, the Sarnia Sting have got to be thinking somewhere in the back of their mind, it's like, oh, we can't let these guys beat us again.
Nope.
So we've got to change some things up. What were the errors that were made last time? And I think one of the errors, there were a lot of errors. But one of the errors was they let the bear got poked and they roared, and that was part of the default.
And I think the other part of it is, we were so far ahead. I think they thought we can kind of coast our way into winning this game without much of an issue. And Saginaw just turned around and said, well, that's it, we're going to run you down.
Right.
And they did.
Sure
and
did.
By the time we sort of got up and shook our heads, it was
like
already 100%, right? But I think that we were almost too far gone at that point. I mean, how do you recover at that point?
Yeah.
You're all run over and beat up.
It's too late to prove any points here.
Yep.
There's only one thing to prove, and that's winning tonight's game so that we can clinch the playoff position, right?
And I think we got to play period by period. I think we got to change up just enough to keep them guessing, keep them off their game, keep the pressure on, and not rise to, the petty little jabs and things like that. There's a lot of holding and interference and stuff, and truthfully, that one penalty, I have no doubt that maybe Guy got hurt because he went down pretty hard, but
right.
The truth is there was no malicious intent in it, and frankly, it wasn't even tripping. Like they bumped into each other and the guy fell down. At least that's the way it looked to me.
Yes.
And I'm not wearing stripes.
I blinked.
So
I was distracted by other things. I want to, keep the pressure on for sure, and that's definitely going to come in a bit. I want to just kind of go through because we've got Windsor, of course, is playing the Erie Otters tonight, and that can be significant for
absolutely.
And they're tied at in the second. They just into the second period. They're tied at 1 apiece right now.
Yeah.
So
Windsor should open that one up, and I would expect Windsor will take that game. But I mean, they're a tough team this year, and I think they should easily be able to take Erie. But stranger things have happened, Dave. I've seen them.
Sioux Greyhounds taking on the Flint Firebirds, and the Sioux leading 2-0 right now.
Yeah.
No surprise there, but and happy Easter, by the way. I don't know if we said
you.
that.
No, we didn't. But a happy Easter to you as well.
Do you have plans for the weekend for that?
You know what? The unfortunate part is I got so many of my family that are working and stuff like that. At this point,
you can't come over. I'm going to be out of town.
Christmas dinner, yeah. Dang. See, there goes my plans. Right, just down the toilet, right there. But I think Easter dinner and everything like that is broken down to breakfast on Monday.
Okay.
So,
I might be back late.
We'll see what happens.
Monday. Maybe we can hook up there.
Frankly, if I get a day where it's in double digits and I got vacation next week, so
you do.
I'm kind of hoping that we have at least one warm day where I can
ride the motorcycle.
Take the two wheels.
I don't even have my motorcycle yet. It's still in
really?
storage. Yep, till May 1st.
Oh my goodness!
So I really hope it rains.
I feel for you.
I hope it rains all week for you.
Yeah, well. And happy Easter to you too, Jerkstein.
I did get my Firebird out, so I'm driving
there
that.
You go.
So
okay, well,
for a little bit, right?
There you go, a little bit. But no, I did get the call from my group, and we have a couple of events planned coming up. They're starting to plan stuff, which is going to be great because I didn't get much of anything last year, and so I'm looking forward to it this year.
Perfect.
And with no Sting games to go to,
looking for something to do?
Going to ride my motorcycle. That's what I'm going to do.
I'll probably catch up with you a couple of times.
Perfect.
I'm sure I could catch up to you.
I'm sure you probably could.
All right, it's 1-0 for your Sarnia Sting, and interesting first period. We're holding on, but there's no complacency to be happening out there right now, and I see the referees coming back out, so we're going to let you go. Keep watching around, everybody. Of course, we'll have the post-game press conference that will come up at the end of today's game, hopefully with positive results, but you never know. Come back at the end of second period. Jay Peckham will tell you all about it. I'm David Burrows. Thanks for watching, everybody. My good friend Jay Peckham.
Go Sting, go!